What is your first reaction to the fact that both these athletes, not just Indrajit, Narsingh also, they are claiming that it's a big conspiracy against them?
It is really devastating to hear the news that the athletes have been tested positive. The first reaction of anybody is, oh my God, what a pity, because they've been training hard for such a long time, and it's just a couple of days for the Olympics, and get the results that they've been tested positive. It is heartbreaking for the athlete, and also for people like us who've been waiting to see our athletes perform at the biggest sports extravaganza. And having said that, I think the onus is on the athlete to take care of himself or herself, to the extent that they should not accept any food or drinks from anybody, even from known persons. It always has to be from a sealed bottle, and very, very careful about what they eat. And with Indrajit's case, being that it has been sabotaged, I don't think he has a claim on that, because he's been training and he knows, and there is nobody who is competing against him from India. Having said that, Narsingh Yadav,
right,
for a very long time, he's been up against Sushil Kumar and his team.
Right.
So he has to take responsibility for that, and then see what the B sample will say for him next.
All right, so Reet saying that Indrajit doesn't have a very strong case when he says that this is a conspiracy against him. Harjeet, you are a shot putter yourself, also a sports activist. How would you like to respond to that?
See, before commenting, I would like to say a very good evening to the panel. And I would just like to start, basically, we should know who Indrajit is first. Indrajit was a young budding shot putter who hails from Punjab. His family was in Madhya Pradesh, was awarded with Eklavya Award from the Madhya Pradesh government. He then came to Delhi. He was in training with me. He stayed with me for about 1.5 to 2 years. We trained together. I know this guy very well. A thorough vegetarian, doesn't eat non-veg, a very God-fearing guy. See, but claims right now defending him like this is inappropriate. Let me come directly to the point. Indrajit has been on radar with various officials because he has been extra vocal about many issues regarding federation, regarding anyone. Federation has done a good job with some athletes. Some have their doubts, misconceptions, which people oftenly have with each other. But what I would like to say about Indrajit is, let's concentrate on what reports we have. The dope scenario which Indrajit is in right now is he has been tested positive for an anabolic steroid. Anabolic steroid which was tested on 22nd June. NADA claims that Indrajit was escaping dope simultaneously and he didn't want to give his dope, and NADA was behind him and they finally took his dope and he was found of a banned substance.
Right.
I would like to tell you one thing, in the last 4-5 months Indrajit has already given dope samples for about 5 to 6 times. And Indrajit's dope sample which was collected, for which he has been found positive, was taken on 22nd June this year, which was handed over by him to the officer, which was out of competition sample, at his residence at late 11:23 p.m.
Right.
So if Indrajit is entertaining a person from NADA late night 11:23, which is on record on paper,
right,
which NADA submits, and which
so,
a copy
Harjeet, basically you're saying your point right now is that Indrajit wasn't trying to dodge the
Right.
National Anti-Doping
Right.
Agency. He was more
Right.
than willing to undergo any dope test that they wanted to make him go through.
Right.
Hold that thought. Let's get Raja sir also into this. Raja, is there more than meets the eye here? Give us a third person perspective here.
No, I think we are in a hurry. We cannot appropriate the work of the NADA or of the anti-doping disciplinary panel. I think we should allow them to do their jobs. We would assume that they know their jobs really well, and they have done well. There have been 600 instances of athletes being penalized by the anti-doping disciplinary panel in the last 10 years.
Right.
This year alone, there have been some 45 cases. We have woken up now because 2 big fish have been named in the span of 2 or 3 days.
Right.
I think we are in a hurry to pass judgment. We should only hope that the athletes are clean and that they would come through this test of fire and would then be able to go on and perform at the highest level. Akash, but the onus is on the athletes. Whatever supplement they have taken, whatever food they have eaten, whatever water they have drunk, whatever juice they might have had, they have to be careful. As Reet pointed out just a short while ago, the onus is on the athlete to stay clean. And if that doesn't happen, then the athlete can't blame the system. And if I were an athlete who's been notified as A sample positive, I would ask for my B sample to be tested.
Right.
At this point of time, that has not happened. I would not go to the Prime Minister. I would get the process in place to ensure that my image is sorted out and it
So
it
you're
is
saying
as clean as
let's
it can
wait
be.
to see what happens once Inderjeet's B sample is tested. Reet, can we really take a chance? Because I might be completely wrong about this, but it does take some time for a banned substance to leave an athlete's system. Now, these are two athletes who have failed National Anti-Doping Agency dope tests here. If they are cleared, even if say Narsingh Yadav is cleared and his hearing incidentally is tomorrow on Wednesday, even if he is cleared and sent to Rio, there's a very good chance he might fail a dope test there.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it stays in his system for a month and a half. That's what they say. And if he goes to Rio and he's tested there again, he might be tested positive. So that's a chance that, he'll be taking again.
I would just like to point out one small thing. We are all talking about NADA. If you remember 2010 Commonwealth Games, similar issue had popped out and provisional suspension was imposed on 11 athletes, out of which some of them participated and the provisional suspension was revoked. The case which was pleaded then and which is being pleaded now is the same. I stated then also that either side in confidence with NADA should come out with some protein, some supplements which that athlete can have without any doubt in his mind that this is what I can have, this is dope free and I will not be challenged or I will be dope free if I have this. On the working of NADA, I'll just quote you a small example. Inder was suffering from an ear ache. He before 2 days sent a mail and requested NADA to guide him that this is the prescription which a doctor has subscribed him and asked him to have such medicines. He went back to NADA, asked them that can I have these medicines? There was no revert from NADA. I feel NADA is only being paid to catch the athletes. There has to be a systematic procedure for educating athletes to guide them how to be dope free. Their coaches should be trained. But pointing out only the blame to the athlete at this point of time is unjustified, and I feel this is totally not required.
Most of the centers are run by the Sports Authority of India. Is the food there and the supplements properly monitored? Yes or no?
I don't think it's SAI's job or even NADA's job to monitor supplements. The athlete is the be all and end all. At the end of the day, he or she is responsible. They got to do it. I'm going to hold you back for 30 seconds. There was a time where I believed in a cricketer, very God-fearing man. Unfortunately, he got caught in a scandal. And of course, the court has said that the process which was used to ban him was wrong. But he's written a note where he says, I accepted 10 lakh from a bookmaker. And so you're shocked. You don't want to believe that your athletes are capable of any wrongdoing. But if they've done it, and if they get caught, they have to face the penalties. That's all I would say.
All right. So Rajesh is saying that the athletes themselves have to take responsibility, more responsibility perhaps than they are taking currently. Arjit, same question to you. The food and the supplements, are they being properly monitored or no? Because we have received many reports that they're perhaps not being monitored.
See, they are not being monitored thoroughly. And I'll just say one thing. If you see in the recent year, India ranks number 3 in the doping scenario in the world.
Right.
Top athletes who are caught, India is ranked number 3. NADA needs to understand we don't have to win a gold or we don't have to be number 1 in this scenario. The lower we are, the better it is. So we need to properly guide NADA through a systematic procedure, which I am talking about even after 6 to 7 years. And what I'll just say in the last few words is a fast track panel should be made, which can hear Inderjeet's case. And if he puts his valid point, he should be allowed to leave for Rio.
He should be allowed to leave for Rio. Reet, just have 10 seconds. Food and supplements properly monitored, yes or no?
I don't think they are monitored properly, but they are taking the responsibility of giving the proteins and medication for the athletes.
Right.
But as far as I know, the athletes are taking much more than what is provided to them by SAI.